What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live right here on the 2nd Street Marvel, where we're coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I know, look, it's a little bit early. Like, it's not even 8 p.m. yet. Like, what the hell are you talking? Look, it's early. I know. I get it, right? Like, I'm usually late. Stop complaining. I don't want to hear any complaining. You can dislike the video and share it with all your friends and tell them to come here and give me a hard time and do all their Russian botting down in the comments section. We'll have somebody get them out of here if somebody shows up, because they're probably expecting me to show up late. If one of the mods don't show up, I'll do it myself. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. What I typically do is I start off the show by talking about some of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then I interact with you all in the chats as we talk about some of the things that have kind of happened throughout the week. Now, in case you already missed it, I talked about a lot of new comic books on Wednesday. I talked about them on the live stream there, and then I talked about a couple of them on Thursday morning, the morning after New Comic Book Day. And you know what it is as I was, looking at the books, I was looking at the books I read, and I was thinking about everything going on out there in the world, and just all these things, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? Like, I was like, man, because I've really been trying to come, like, what do some of these things in our world, this lingo that these kids use, what's this hip lingo that all the kids use, and these days, and talking about everything's going woke, right? I was like, well, what is woke? And depending on where you go, there's you could find probably a lot of definitions for what woke is, right? Now, I'll tell you, like originally what it was, woke was kind of like this thing was like, when you're having media or movies or whatnot, where they basically have an awareness of the struggle of people of color, particularly Black people, right? It's kind of what it was, and that doesn't necessarily mean all the time that it's always got some sort of political message or anything to it. It doesn't mean that at all, right? It doesn't mean that at all. But anyway, nowadays, you get on the internet, see all the people talking about all these woke things, and what do they say? Basically, if it's if you've race swap somebody, it's woke. If you got a whammon in it, it's woke. Any of these things, it's woke, right? I've been trying to figure this out. And so what it came down to is, we kind of really know, do you really know what it means? It's like I said in the first place, it's what it is. It's kind of movies, media, books, and stuff like that not even necessarily have representation, but they do, just understanding. When there's probably obviously the representation in it anyway. But look, here's the thing when it comes to representation too, right? When it comes to representation, people talk about all this stuff, in movies and comics and all this kind of stuff. Really when it comes down to it, in order to not have representation, you basically to have oh, it's just all white people, right? In order to do something like that, you've got to work hard at it, right? You've really got to go out of your way to hire nothing but white people. Anyway, the point being is, I've been thinking about this a lot, right? Woke. And what it really means. And I was thinking about, things, and like I said earlier, just because something's woke doesn't mean it sucks. Look at the movie Get Out. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the movie Get Out? It's this documentary about Marvel and DC and how they are trying to make themselves cool by, anyway, you get it. You see it playing out. Anyway, The point being, it's like it's a movie that is definitely woke by all standards, by the actual definition and the actual term itself of woke. And I gotta tell you, like, I own the movie, and I think the movie's a pretty damn good movie, right? It's a pretty good movie. I mean, like, look, and I know there's some people out there that are gonna talk like it's the best, and there's probably somebody out there that's hearing me saying it's a pretty damn good movie. That's sitting there going like, "Oh, you think it's the best movie?" Like, no, I didn't say that. Before you start getting all keyboard warrior on your little keyboard, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's pretty good. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not gonna sit here and suck Jordan Peele's dick and say like, he's the greatest black director and writer ever. You know, Black Angus is in the chats. He might. I don't know. I'm kidding. But the point being is just because it's woke doesn't necessarily mean that it sucks. Like I said, the movie Get Out is a perfect example. And as I was sitting here thinking about like the actual real term woke, I was actually sitting there, thinking to myself, growing up. Now look, you guys may not know. Like, look, I know you're probably looking at me through this camera. Maybe my exposure's a little too high, and I look a little too white, right? Maybe I look a little too white. Well, what is white anyway? The point being is like I'm half Mexican. I'm more Mexican than I am anything else. Yeah, I know somebody's sitting there. Well, Mexican, all right. Say something in Spanish, Pedro. Anyway, the point being is I'm sitting there looking at that. I'm like, really, if I think about it, going by, the actual term itself, the actual real term, not just the term that everybody, the buzzword word woke, like that everybody uses nowadays, which is, just putting a whammon in there or having, race swapping characters and all this stuff. I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I actually like a lot of woke movies then. I said, there, like, I was thinking about my comic books. I was thinking about a lot of the comic books. So I was like, damn, there's a lot of the comic books that I read that have that in there as well. Like I was on Black Angus's channel last night, Black Angus Reviews, and we were talking about kind of some of that stuff, and we were talking about like Chasing Amy, and it being one of those kind of movies that really checks all the boxes that Hollywood tries to check these days when it comes to their movies to be woke. But the way that he's able to do it so great and eloquently and tell a good story and a good movie with all of those things in there. And to be honest, he'd done this in like several movies, quite honestly. But the thing is I was sitting there thinking about a lot of the comic books I read too. And a lot of the comic books I read too, it's kind of like the same thing. Like there's a lot of, and look, like one of the publishers I actually like, one of my favorite publishers out there, Vault Comics. Oh, like, yeah, by all means, you could say they're definitely woke. I mean, like you could go to their own webpage and it says right on there. Here, look, we're going to go to it right now. I'll pull this up on screen if I have to prove this to you guys. If I need to. But let me see here. Let me see, where's it at? We'll get in here. We'll go to vaultcomics.com. Yeah, there we go. And the thing is, like, that's kind of like their thing, is they're, looking, that like they're not specifically looking, but they have small creator-owned comics that have, like diverse casts and creators and stuff like that. And that's just kind of that's one of the things they do. But you go read a lot of the comics, and that's the thing. It's like if you go by the actual like what like woke actually is, like I'm saying, like I would say like most of their books are. And I like most of their books. And to be quite honest with you, I'm willing to bet you most of anybody watching this video out there probably actually likes movies that are like for real, like really woke. Not the woke, not the hijack term woke, right? Not the buzzword woke. But, and hey, who knows? You probably like one of those movies out there too, don't you? Anyway, the point being is, that's it's something I was thinking about because I was even watching like young Ripper 59 the other day, and he was talking about the same thing too. And I've seen some of these comments here in the on the channel too. Somebody talking about this same thing, like oh hey man, there's this comic book out there, and look, the story's actually pretty. Like it's not woke. It's not woke. And believe me, like I know what woke they're talking about. I know which woke they're talking about. I'm like, but that don't mean it's good. And the writer that you're talking about wrote this supposed good story? No fucking way. No fucking way. Like I could believe that this writer wrote a book that wasn't woke. Yeah, sure. And I wouldn't believe you if you told me this writer wrote a good fucking book though. I might have believed it at one point. But I was sitting there thinking about a lot of the comics. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the comics I read have that, that diversity, that representation. Like, and like I'm like, I don't know. But you know what it is? The thing that really gets people, really gets people's blood boiling is it's not necessarily that something woke. It's when you watch a lot of like some of the bullshit and it just sucks. It's just not written well. Right? That's what it is it's not written well. That's ultimately what it is. Because, you think about the things these days people always talk about in their comic books, the politics in their comic books. Politics have always been there. Like, yeah, the politics have always been there. Yeah, sure, okay. But the thing is like, the way they wrote it, even at times, like some of the stuff I've read, they'll put some of the stuff pretty on the nose, but none of it is done in a way that, I don't know, really feels, distasteful. You see it in there like, like hell, I was reading an issue of Vision and Scarlet Witch, and they were talking about going out and buying a house. So was it buying a house? And Scarlet Witch says something about, like something, he's a synthezoid, but something blah blah. If he's a black man, and said something like, the point she was making kind of made like it made sense. It made sense, but it was certainly a political kind of talking point, right? And I think that's ultimately what it always is, and I've talked about this so many times before, is like it comes down to the writing and who's writing it, not the fact that it's woke or the fact that it's political or the fact that it's NFT. Oh wait, never mind. Look, I better not say that. You say the NFT word, and like motherfuckers, like crazy sons of bitches, like fucking drop out of nowhere and shit, right? Like all Mission Impossible and shit. Like they were just sitting around watching you. It's weird. Look, like all of a sudden, I bet you one of those spam bots is gonna show up and be like, "Oh, Boss Red." I don't know what the fuck they put. You know what I'm talking about. But the point being is there's plenty of these things out there that I see. You always hear people talking about it, and I always hear, like I said, you see all the weirdos that talk about this stuff, right? And this goes into a larger point, but hold on, before we move forward anymore. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like yourself, more than likely, is I read a lot of shit that's technically like for real, like whoa, and it's a lot of it's pretty good, done pretty good. Probably, like I said, probably a lot of the movies that you watch, and believe me, there's a lot of them out there. Like, look at the movie. You know what? What would that movie? Oh man, what's it called? The Fern Gully one. Avatar. Like, you think about it, that movie's pretty. Yeah, right. It is technically, but the thing is again, it's well written. Chances are you probably like something that's woke out there. Just because it's woke doesn't mean that it's terrible. Just because it's not woke doesn't mean that it's good either, right? Let's face it. Just because it's not woke doesn't mean that it's good either. Smash the like button. Tell all your friends to come here and hang out and tell them about how I'm going woke. But yeah, and I guess I mean the thing is like I don't know, I don't know, like you see like so much of the stuff. I think I'm just kind of like most everybody out there that I know personally, like that grew up around a whole bunch of different kind of people, and everybody knew how to kind of just joke around with each other and have a good time. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Seems like we can't do that nowadays, can we? We can't just come together and congregate and have a good time, can we? Nope. Some shithead's got to come in and ruin it. No, they don't. You don't have to let them. You don't have to let some shithead come in and ruin anything for you. And that's the other thing, is everybody acts like, oh, like just because like somebody has an opinion on something, like they have to share your same thoughts on it. You can't disagree. It's so weird. You see, just like seeing the way people have these disagreements and everything, like the reasoning that people have when they're communicating online, especially online, but communicating about these things. And look, the thing is, like, and that's part of it. Like, look, like a lot of people are nerds and really love a lot of this stuff anyway, be it comic books, movies, and stuff like that. And yeah, we get attached to it, and yeah, we like to talk about it, and debate about it, what's good about it, what we like about it, and all these things. And you know what, a lot of times no two people like something for the exact same reason, right? A lot of times that's exactly it. We could sit here and go on all day. Like perfect example, we know how toxic that Star Wars community is. Ugh. Like, I'll tell you all day, everyone else sucks but R2D2, right? He had he had to serve up Luke that big fat chorizo on. Remember, he was sitting there on the little ship when Boba Fett died. Oh, he didn't die, but he really did, didn't he? It's like right when he got cooked. But people think there's some people out there that think that just because I think that R2D2 is the motherfucking man and Luke Skywalker is a little whiny bitch, they think I'm a toxic fan. Well, I don't know. Somebody probably would. Anybody out there in their right mind knows I'm not. Maybe the gatekeeper of fandom, but that's a totally different thing, isn't it? It's a totally different thing, isn't it? So, the thing is you see everything going out there, and like the world I live in, there's so many different people that have so many different thoughts and opinions on everything. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the way it's always been my whole life. And that's okay. I've made it this far in my life without people's opinions about anything ruining much of anything for me. Now that's not to say that sometimes people's opinions don't make me think. Sure it does, but it doesn't. Like it really doesn't concern me. You're allowed to have your opinion. You can like different strokes for different folks, and some people just can't accept that. But I think about a lot of the way people are think and communicate online and stuff these days, and just thinking about some of these things, right? Like these toxic fans out there, these toxic people out there, and how people out there do the whole fire with fire thing. They think that somebody over here being toxic about something, you think that just like getting over here and talking a lot of shit about them and worrying about them and what they're saying and how terrible they are and all this toxic person, like you're sitting there worried about them and talking about them and doing all that. And I mean, they might be doing the same thing to you, right? Maybe you're going back and forth. But is it helping? Is it? Does it? You know, you can sit there and look at that toxic motherfucker over there and just leave him alone. Because, like, if he's being toxic and you're fighting back with him and doing the same thing that he's doing, like, really, you're just being toxic yourself. Now, I don't typically use words like toxic and shit like that. You know why? Because that's pussy talk. That's pussy talk. You're like, oh, he's toxic. Shut the fuck up. You can let that dumb son of a bitch over there who's being toxic, you can let him do whatever the fuck he's doing. He can sit over there and yammer at you and whatever. You know what? You can fucking ignore him. Because acting just like he is right back, that doesn't do you any good. You know, it doesn't help him be any less toxic. And it only makes you be so as much as he is when you do it. So that brings me to this comment I seen the other day. I seen this comment in on this video I was watching the other day. It was had to do with, well, we'll get into the comment. Let's just get into the comment, right? Let's get into the comment. Let's get into the comment. It says right here, the more people get triggered by Brie Larson, the more I like the woman. I think it is hilarious that she lives rent-free in their heads. People love having an unhinged emotional reaction without doing research. Now, that last line I think had actually something a little bit more to do with something else, the second subject of the video, which was NFTs. And anyway, but I would, like this, honestly, I seen this comment and I didn't really think about it much because it's something like I've already come to terms with a long time ago, which is what I'm about to tell you is like I didn't really have to think about this. It's something that I know exactly what I'm talking about here. Take the name Brie Larson and switch it out with any other name. Let's go through and read this same comment again with a different name. The more people get triggered by Donald Trump, the more I like the man. I think it is hilarious that he lives rent-free in their heads. People love having an unhinged emotional reaction without doing research. Right? Now, I only mention this because it's, stuff you hear from somebody like, just seeing comments and stuff where I, places in chats and stuff where I'm hanging out. You see this, one of these people, and this person in particular is like, has these kinds of opinions about these toxic people out there and all of these things. And, like the thing is, like I was just saying earlier, you don't fight toxicity with toxicity. So if you're liking Brie Larson for what she does and how she triggers and, she dunks on all the fucking toxic fanboys out there, like, really think about it. And think about when you get triggered by Donald Trump. Somebody said the same thing with Donald Trump. Okay, or we could go with the more people get triggered by Joe Rogan, the more, you know what I'm saying, right? Right? Or the more people get triggered by, who else is there out there? Pedro Pascal, the more I like the man. Oh, I'm sorry, woman. I'm kidding. Look, but that's the thing. Is like you get like all of these people that think like they're out there trying to, and they're not trying to fight this, but they are. They'll be in denial, trying to fight all these toxic fanboys out there with toxicity. Like the only thing you're doing is like you're just a mirror image of them, and it's like so many times I'm sitting there seeing this shit. I'm like, how do you not get this? It's fucking mind-boggling that you don't see this, that you don't see how you're acting. I was sitting there talking with somebody the other day as well about some of these other creators and things, some of these comic book weirdos out there, these comic book creators, be it whatever kind of creator they are, whether they're one of those CGers, whether they're just an indie comic book creator, one of these mainstream comic book weirdos, right? And sitting there talking about just kind of the stuff you see, the discourse between these different communities of people. And I'm like, it's childish. It's fucking childish. They're acting like children. You know what I mean? Like you can look. Everybody's done it. We've all done it. You do whatever for shits and giggles. But like it's childish, right? The way some of these guys act and the way these other guys act back and everything, it's childish. And I'm not saying it can't be fun. I'm not saying it can't be fun to watch. It can't be fun to partake in or anything like that. But overall, does it really fucking matter? Does it? It don't. It don't. It don't. And the thing is, like, you see all this bickering going on, these people just acting childish this whole time. And, like I said, I was having this discussion like, oh, like, nah. I'm like, look, I'm not saying it's not fun to watch, some of these videos and see some of it and go on like, look at it. You know what? Look, it's the same thing that I always say. It's low IQ entertainment. All right? It is. It's low IQ entertainment. Naturally, the person's like, oh, well, what's high IQ entertainment then? I said, fucking cat videos. Right? Cat videos. Fucking cat videos. That. No, and that's the thing. It's like, and the thing is, like, I feel like nobody can just leave somebody alone, right? Like, nobody can just leave somebody alone. Like I was saying with, the toxic fandoms out there. All you see all these people bitching about all these toxic fanboys out there that are doing all this. They're being toxic in the community. But you literally sit there and then you go out of your way to interject yourself into their conversations or even their community. And and you go in and you act like a dick, and then they act like dicks back, and then you act like, well, why are they being a dick? I'm just trying to hang out. Like, but the other thing I also kind of think these days too is like, you know what? Like, this might be how these people actually act in real life. Now, I myself haven't met some of these kind of people in real life, but they exist. Maybe not in real life, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Is it just that everybody's that trigger happy when you're on the keyboard? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Yeah. That's ultimately, yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, right? Like, nobody can just seem to, like, leave the other guy alone and just be like, oh, yeah. Fuck that guy. I don't pay him no attention. You know what I mean? Nobody can just do that. I don't know. Maybe maybe you know what? Maybe it's because the time I grew up in as well. Right? When I was growing up, you know what we used to do? We used to get in fights. Right? We used to get in fights. And sometimes you wouldn't. Because, for whatever reason, you'd settle differences a lot of times that way, though. A lot of times after a fight, that's pretty much it. Everybody's done. Like a real fight. Now, I would like to think, and everybody always says it's like, you know what? It's like, because a lot of people have become comfortable with not getting punched in the mouth for what they say. And I think there's a certain degree of truth to that. I think there's a certain degree of truth to that. I think there's also a certain degree of truth to there's obviously a bunch of pussies out there who won't fucking punch somebody in the mouth either. Right? That's what I say. You see all this bullshit fucking childish fucking shit going on the interwebs, and it makes you fucking laugh. And look, I by no means am some sort of fucking tough guy or anything like that. I will admit, however, I am very much a chingon, man. Like fucking trouble finds me. It just finds me. Like look, anybody here who's been hanging out long enough knows that the trouble, it just finds me. I think I'm rubbing off on my wife. I am woke. My wife's a little Asian woman. Yeah, she's a little Japanese woman. But they went skiing last weekend. They went skiing without me because I had business to tend to here at the house. Like for my business, I literally had, so I wasn't able to go. But they went skiing. And they were there at the ski lodge. And they're sitting there getting ready to go, skiing, getting all their gear and shit on, kind of waiting by the list or some shit. And they're sitting there, and my nephew comes walking by, and like they're there kind of like off to the side and everything. Well, so she said, he's kind of a group of guys. This guy came up and put his snowboard down there, kind of wherever they were at, hanging out, just kind of like, she said even when he came up, they're kind of like what? I'm like, all right. Well, my nephew came by and fucking tripped. He was probably being clumsy. Comes by and trips over the dude's board and knocks it down and shit. And he starts yelling at my nephew. And my wife is there. I'm sure my kids were somewhere around close. Her sister was there and her husband. Not the sister and husband of the kid that knocked over the board, but sitting there, and she's like, nobody said nothing. She says she got up and she yelled at the dude. She said she yelled at him, said, "Hey, stop yelling at him. You said you need to move your board. There's a place right over there for the board. You come over here." Like that's basically told him, "Shut the fuck up, and it's your fault." She basically told him that, you raised her voice to him and told him off in no uncertain terms that he needs to stop. Basically, he needs to stop yelling at him, and there's a place for your boards over there. It's your fault, dude. So she yelled at him, and she's like, oh man, she's like, I thought he was gonna get pissed off and start yelling at me, and she was like, he's like, said something all smart, like, just kind of smarted off to her and just kind of just kind of laughed. And she said though, like, as soon as she said something, all of his friends fucking zipped it. Fucking quiet. They were all fucking chuckles a minute ago. Right? She told this motherfucker to fuck off. And he got his shit and he picked up and walked away. And I'm like, damn, my little fucking like 5'2" fucking wife fucking told off some fucking dickhead at the fucking ski lodge, and I missed it. But even my wife, she's like, I was so pissed off. She's like, you know how these white boys are. I was waiting for this motherfucker to be like, oh yeah, oh some ching chong. She's like, yeah, I'll ching chong my foot up your ass. She's like, oh man, she's like, I was so ready. She's like. She's so pissed off, dude. I was like laughing, but I was like, look, but the reason, like, his friends didn't say anything. It's because they know you were right. Now, beyond whatever giggle he did to try to look cool to his friends, he didn't say shit because, well, he's a pussy for one, and two, he knows that she was right. Right? Now, you can act as macho as you want and be a fucking tough guy all you want. I don't give a fuck who you do it to. But when you know you're wrong, you know goddamn well you're wrong, and somebody puts you in your place, most people are pussies and will back down because they know they're wrong. Like, look, I'm not even a pussy. And if I'm in the wrong, somebody call me out. Like, I'm sorry. Right? You know why? Because you know you're wrong. You're just being a dickhead. But it's like, God damn, babe, I fucking love you. Like, that shit's fucking great. You got your fucking brother-in-law standing around fucking yanking his dick, not saying, oh, shit ain't my kid. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, babe. Tell that motherfucker. Anyway. But yeah, but I mean, you know, that's how, you know what? And that's the thing. That's the other thing too. Like I said, there's not enough people been punched in the mouth. Not enough people out there willing to punch somebody in the mouth. And I'm not saying that everything has to resort to violence, nor should it probably ever. It should never resort to you having to fucking punch somebody in the mouth. Because if you just raise your voice, chances are they're going to tuck their tail and run anyway. But I'll also say, if you're going to bark, you better definitely be ready to bite. I think my wife would have hit that motherfucker. I don't know. She might have. She might have, man. My wife ain't no pussy. I'll tell you that. My wife ain't no pussy. Okay, anyway, guys. Sorry, thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. We've only been live streaming for 11 minutes. It's 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you all so much for being here today. Let's see who all we've got here and what they are saying. Oh no, what happened? Okay, here we are. Who all we got? Oh, we got a couple super chats up in this piece. We've got my man Lord Veedo with a $5 super chat. Says, my man, just showing some love. All right. Thank you so much to my man Lord Veedo. Also got a $4 super sticker. What is the super sticker? Oh, okay. He's got his morning coffee. Got my morning coffee, huh? Yeah. Oh, is that for the fanboy tears? Is that? Oh man. Okay, so we've got Black Angus Reviews, guys. I was over on Black Angus Reviews. I was over on his channel last night. Go check out his channel, Black Angus Reviews. We're over there talking, having a good time, just talking about a bunch of shit. It's been a while since me and Angus got together, and I think that's the first time I ever streamed with Rookie. The Rookie Critic. It was definitely a very good time just getting together and just shooting the shit for a couple hours. I don't know. I think we went for 2.5, almost 3 hours. We probably went for about 3 hours. But yeah, good time, guys. Make sure you go check out that replay. We got Landon TLB here in the building. Yeah, we're a little early today. Random Bread Creator. My man, what is up? Reefer Man Reviews. Corey. My man, see this guy right here this guy Corey? Yeah. That's my man right there. Yeah. RC Scott up in the building. No, Trinity, don't join the... No!
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, man. Jedi Mike, thank you so much for being here. Alien can be considered woke. Would it be? I don't know. It might be. It might be. My girlfriend is high. I asked her to order some pizza, and she don't normally smoke, so she was with her sister tonight hanging out. Girls time stuff. Oh yeah, right. That's funny. Ain't seen no high in years. That's funny. Yeah. You may look white, but those eyes are raw. No blue. Yeah. Just what I walk into. What's white? Me? I'm Wayne Christopher White. Nice. Whitest guy you know. Yeah, I'm Weddle. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's funny. And he likes to wear a Speedo. Sing the tune of... Oh man. Lord Veedo up in the building. Let's see. I was woke this morning at 5 a.m. Yeah, me too. You know what? I actually ended up, because I was on Black Angus's channel last night so late. We were there going to like 9:30 or so. When I finally got off and was able to go to sleep. When I finally got off and went to sleep. Yeah, it was like 9:30. Like, guys, I normally fucking lay down at 8 o'clock, and I'm probably out by 8:30. And so, yeah, this morning, I felt it. Ended up waking up about 5 o'clock. I actually woke up a little bit earlier, but I was just being a lazy son of a bitch, and I laid around in the bed for a little while. And then I got up, got shit ready, did some pre-workout, made the kids some breakfast, came out in the garage, and got my damn workout done. Hell yeah, and it felt fucking great. Stay hydrated. Lord Veedo says, I'm more of a there's Veedo. Weed green like a Treco. Only green smoke. No sponsors or needles. Oh, no spoons or needles. Got a bald head, but I'm no Vin Diesel. I'm just dropping comments, showing love to my people. Did I do that right? I was close. I'm more of there's a Veedo. Weed green like a Treco. Only, yeah, I don't know. I'm messing it up now. What the woke you talking about? What's up, Two Gun Pedro? Pew pew. What is up, my man? My man, Obi-Wan the homie says, oh man, I started a Trinity video talking about woke. It's gonna be a good trailer park tonight. Yes. Yeah, we got some time too. We got some time. We've already been going for 43 minutes. And it's barely 8:16. Barely 8:16. Yeah. Does Trinity laugh evil? Is he the Veed sequel? Oh man. That's funny. If I wasn't woke, I'd be asleep and I would have missed the show, right? Yeah. Trinity spits facts that it should be illegal. Dang, you going. He's going. He's going. Jedi Mike, I wish Mike Hawes was here. We have all the mics up in the building, huh? Won't Trinity don't start the NFT talk. Oh, dude, I know. Dude, it's fucking weird, man. Like, these anti-NFT weirdos are fucking weird. You know, Devin Townsend, and I see he actually did a video on his YouTube channel. I want to go check it out, see what came about it. But he posted up a thing like, been asking about getting to do NFTs. I've said no to anybody because I don't really know about them. Like, what do you guys think? Devin Townsend put that on his Twitter, and I was like, nah. Some people like him. Some people are against him. It's really up to you. But I can't remember. But I said, but I pretty much said I'm not really involved in any of the communities. But like, I know that the antis are as weird as the pros. I said something like that, and sure enough, one of the antis comes up and like he starts keyboard warrioring it, right? He leaves like three tweet response to that shit. Like, and that's all I said. I didn't just say anything. And I just like he went and I was like, you see, this is how what I put on there. I go, well, now we know how the antis feel. Maybe next we'll hear from one of the pros. So this guy goes on like for half the fucking day about this anti-NFT like bullshit shit, and like I just got back on Twitter like later after I got home from work. And I looked, I was like, holy shit, dude! Like this guy fucking vomited all over Twitter just to that one thing. Like he left a wall of responses, and I'm just like, are you done yet? Or I said, I wonder how much longer this guy can argue with himself. That's what I put. I wonder how much longer this guy can argue with himself. Maybe at that point he realized because he actually shut the fuck up and he didn't respond after that. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I didn't even say anything. But I said the one thing. I didn't say anything for or against NFTs, and this guy fucking goes off. I'm telling you, that's just how it is. And then the same thing happened. Like with another tweet too, you know, same thing. Like Jesus Christ, these guys are fucking out there, man. But that was one of the things I said in one of the responses. Like you'll see, like the people that I know, like that are pro NFT, like you won't see any of them come out here and vomit this shit for a response. You know, like none of the ones I know are gonna sit there like, put a fuck wall. Oh my god, NFTs are the best. Oh my god, they're the best. Like, I've never seen it, right? I've never seen that. It's always the antis. It's always those anti-NFT people. Like Aglax in here. Actually, Aglax probably has the most successful NFT out there. I'm willing to bet. Yeah. I'm I'm weird. Thanks, Obama. Yeah. Wait, spawn bats have a Russian accent? Yeah, maybe so. Marvel Maniac Todd, my man, what is going on? How is it going? Avatar was woke before woke. Not well written though. Right. Yeah. I think the movie itself was. I mean, I think it was pretty. I think it was pretty good. Is there things that could have been better? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. By the time Vision got with the Scarlet Witch, the Marvel comics were already done. It had just turned into conservative propaganda, always trying to shove their right-wing agenda down our throats. Right, comrades? Oh, man, aggressively relaxing. Guys, if you guys aren't subscribed to Aggressively Relaxing, you got to go subscribe to his channel. He's the leader of the Phantom Menaces. Yeah, of the Phantom Menaces. You should go check him out. It's great. The original Star Trek was, well, yeah, right. Yeah, I never understood why Avatar was so popular. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, obviously, because wasn't it like the first movie that did like the 3D thing and all that stuff? Like, I think the movie's pretty good. I own it. I think the movie's pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here again and act like it's the best, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's the best. I just pictured Trinity dressed like J. Jonah Jameson ranting about how Spider-Man is the real menace. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe that's what except for I have to get a wig. Yeah, I could probably do it. Yeah. Um, you can do what you want in Pasadena. Always up to no good. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Like my pappy said, if it ain't woke, don't fix it. Oh man, yeah, those toxic fanboy tears. Oh man, that's funny. This motherfucker gets insisted like the fuck. Oh, Scotty, what is up? How are you doing? Daniel Fisher up in the building. Yeah, don't kiss your sis. Yeah. Luke says, I'm not gonna lie, I never liked Luke as much as Anakin. He's alright. Yeah. Like, look, they're both a little emo for me. They're both a little too emo for me. You know who's not emo? R2D2. R2D2 just gets shit done. For one, he's the workhorse, and two, he saves everyone's ass. Like every movie. I mean, he's like, you wouldn't even be watching. We've talked about. I'm about to go off on a rant. I'm about to. No. Give a fuck if it is Disney, Star Wars. R2D2 is still the fucking man. I'll rip these fucking mouse ears off of here just to have the fucking R2D2 head part of it. I don't give a shit. R2D2 is the man. Bet you R2D2 take on Darth Vader. You little precious Luke Skywalkers and your Grogu's. And you know, like, did you even notice, like, in that last episode of the Book of Boba Fett, when they showed up in that X-Wing and Richard Simmons was getting Grogu out of the thing, like, Yoda, R2 is sitting there like, I'm doing this shit again. I've been here before. Yeah, that's what he's like. Yeah. That's exactly what he was saying. Yeah, it's been a great Friday. Yes, it has been. Yeah. Insane fan theory. Luke is the new Jar Jar. He's gonna start running around. Oh, Misa gonna teach you, Grogu. Oh man, that's funny. You mean like a reincarnated? Is that what you mean? That's crazy, dude. I want to see the video. Especially out of Will Morgan. Why did I like the Protector of Grogu? Because of his Mando attitude. He's a macho man, though. Oh man, yeah, dad jokes, team half full. Yeah, beat that pussy talk up. Yeah. That's my biggest flaw. I can't help myself. Oh man. I have to press them. What are we pressing? The only droid greater than R2 is Chopper. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, I don't think so. I don't even know no Chopper. Chopper, no chopping. Chopper, no chopping. No. We'll put these motherfuckers in a battle, dude. We'll get Chopper versus R2. We do that. Chopper versus R2. I'll tell you one thing. Fucking R2 will drop that motherfucker. What's his name? BB-8 like a bad habit. We fucking drop BB-8 like a bad habit, man. He didn't give a shit. Go on with your life. Yeah. Phil Chopper says what we were all thinking. Oh, okay, yeah. And that's the kind of the thing too. Like I always feel like R2D2 is like, look, I told you. Me and fucking R2 are there. Like I always feel like I know exactly what he's saying, and I feel like he always says exactly what I would say, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Chopper's cool. Don't get me wrong, but HK-47 has sass. Which one's HK-47? Mike Ignite the Porter. Yeah, my man. Mike Porter up in the building. How's your father doing, Mike? Is he doing better? Right, Daniel can be mad at my Lord Veedo. Yeah, especially he made an appearance. My man Lord Veedo made an appearance. Yeah. Now say it with Battison. Yeah, Chopper was the goat. Oh man, have empathy for the man that's still sick. Orange Man in general. Yeah. Fat Man Beyond. What? Cue DJ Horn. Who's DJ Horn? I must have missed something. I missed something there. Trinity needs a DJ Horn. Oh, okay. You think me? Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Like the yeah. I know what you're talking about. I understand that we go. I'll get triggered over my dad jokes. Where can't he just hit it like Sunday? Yeah, I hear you. It gives that death stare to the camera the dimmer I feel. I'm 48 acting 8, right? 36 acting 84. Oh man, that's not good. No, you don't want to do that. You need to do the other. At least do the other way around. 48 act. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right now, DJ Horn, thing of beauty. Oh man, yeah, me and you both, Jedi Mike. This is the way. Oh man, yeah. Limp Bizkit, high entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Low IQ channel. Are we talking Nats again? Oh, see, I don't even have to say anything. People know. People just know. Yeah, cat videos for the absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So I did not flip you off on the 10 freeway. Oh man, that's funny. Tony can break skulls. You can tell by looking at him. Yeah. Jenner, check, my man Snow Dub up in the building. How are you doing, Snow Dub? Hope all's well. Hey, happy belated birthday. I missed your birthday. Seen you had a pretty big stream going on. I was watching. I seen you had Culture Casino up in the. You had Jay up in the building. I seen you even had Megs there. Yeah, nice. Happy belated birthday. DJ Horn. Yeah. The 10 can bring that out of you. What? The 10? What are we talking about? Did I miss something? What? Maybe you have a better appreciation for life now, Second Street. No day but today. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. I search comic live and find dumbest motherfucker imaginable talking. It's my God-giving right to make fun of them, Trinity. Who the fuck are you to tell me not to? Aglax, that's funny. Yeah. The T in Trinity is for trouble. It might be. Like, you look up trouble in the dictionary, it probably has my picture right next to it. Got yellow fever too. Man, look, I got a lot of fevers, man. I'm yeah. I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. Was that race? My Asian girlfriend said kind of. Oh man, Snoop Sunday will not be woke. Yeah, West Coast motherfucker. Yeah, that's what happens when your chinghole in trouble finds you. I know. I can't help it. I can't help it. You know what, Obi-Wan the homie? I still need to get you. I still need to send you that email address. I still need to send you that email address. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I need to send him that email address. Will Morgan says, yeah, clown. Yeah, absolutely. I can't keep my mouth shut. Oh, dang it. It just skipped on me. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh man, dang it. Oh, come on. How far did it just jump on me? Oh man, it just jumped a lot on me, didn't it? There we go. I can't keep my mouth shut. If something I see I feel is wrong, because some dick is being a penis, yeah, I'm gonna let him know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Trinity is like the bar fights of spoken word. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. My wife is very happy. You can just ask her boyfriend. Oh man, yeah. There you go. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, my wife, dude, she's fucking crazy. She's crazy, man. She'll tell motherfuckers too, man. Like, yeah. She's crazy. Turns over the table and DJ Horn now. Oh man, yeah. Chris, what is up, my man? Oh, I thought you were done. What? Oh man. I'm from the part of the country where you watch what you say if you don't want to be punched in the mouth. I've been beat up a lot. Yeah, I believe me. I've been in my fair share of fights. I wanted to kick someone's ass today, but it turns out they all ass, no legs. They stuck in a chair for life. Oh man. You're terrible, Wayne. That's terrible. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. Yeah, one more. Jesus, Reaper. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Black Angus is better than Outback. Fight me. Oh man, you know what? I don't think I've ever had Outback. I don't think I've ever had it. Yeah. Oh, that shit's funny. My girlfriend hears or sees these messages, she's gonna kill me. I better read them out loud, huh? Still don't want to know what NFT means. I don't want to know. Ah, yeah, sure you do. Invest. Oh man, invest. Yeah, my Spidey NFT is up from 40 to 1,000 now. Nice. Is that one of the VV ones? One of the VVs? I've got a few of those. Eric the Guapo, what is up? How are you doing, my man? I hope all's going well with you. You know what? I still got to check out that review you just dropped the other day, Eric. You dropped that review of... No, I did watch that one. The one that you got in that... Was it a full-size comic or was it small... Or was it was an ash can? Was it the ash can? I think it was an ash can. I think it was. I could be wrong. I'm also anti-Bitcoin and other stuff like that. Oh, okay. By the way, weather girls in LA are way hotter than my... You know what? Oh, man. Who's that one? The one weather girl out here. She's got the blonde hair. Man, I can't remember her name all of a sudden because I don't watch the news anymore. But yeah, yeah, she's on one of the big channels. And I think she used to be like more in the like afternoon, evening, and then I think she's on morning now. I actually made my own NFT of my of my character, Old Man. It is always for sale for $1, more than the most expensive NFT ever sold. I'm now a millionaire in assets alone. Nice. Hell yeah. I don't understand what an NFT... I don't really understand it either. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I don't know much about it. THC greater than NFT. Hey, I'll agree with that one. I can agree with that one. Yeah. One thing I don't care what it is, I would die a happy man if I ever found. Yeah, right. Avatar. No, not the Last Airbender. I've never seen that movie. I've never even seen the animated series either. Oh, see, Jedi Mike knows. Jedi Mike knows. He knows. He knows Evelyn Taft. Yeah. And you know what else I like? You know what else I like about Evelyn Taft? She's not one of them women who gets on there and she has to like show all of her assets or anything. She always goes out and she's dressed just nice, conservatively and professionally. But she still looks great. I love it. Anyway, yeah, see, I knew he would know. Hot Blue Alien, cool in 3D IMAX. Yeah, there you go. Will Morgan equals the truth. Yes, yeah, Will Morgan is the truth. Just tucked a beer in the open last night by accident. Oh, I've done that before. Ooh, have you ever like started chugging one that you ashed in? Yeah. Can't argue. Can't argue that, Will Morgan, at all. Yeah. F Luke, F Anakin, Team Windu. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a different one. Yeah. Mace Windu lives. Oh, damn. Here we go. We're going into the Mace Windu talk. Yeah. You won't rip the ears. You won't rip the ears off. You don't have the balls. What? R2 gets it done, then passes out like Bilbo Baggins. Oh man, that's funny. How dare you assume R2D2's gender? Isn't that up to R2D2 to decide? Oh, you're terrible. Yeah. The actor that played Wicket the Ewok also played R2D2. Oh, was it the same guy? Interesting. I did not know that. Snap, R2 is the reason we have Star. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they like, even if you go back to see, like when I was growing up, I was talking about this the other day. When I was growing up, you would say Star Wars, and people knew what you meant. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was watching Star Wars," and people knew what you meant. Or maybe you're like, "Oh yeah, I was watching The Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi." There was none of this Disney Star Wars. None of this Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. No. It was Star Wars. The Empire Strikes... I know, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but he is the reason. Yeah, they let you know at the very beginning of every movie that he's the real hero. Yeah. Even dead, R2's the hero. E de R2. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, anyway. Wait, D2 doesn't mean they have 2D to die? I don't know. You got me there. Yeah, you got me there. Yeah. R2, yeah. R2 takes a drag off his cigarette. The shit. Yeah, right. The shit I've seen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Chopper's still my favorite, says Wilmore. All right. Oh, okay. Chopper is okay. Definitely no R2, says Reaper Man. See, he knows. I'm glad somebody else knows. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, dang. Yeah. Winning Time Lakers show on HBO gonna be lit. All right. I don't know what that is. Winning Time? Is that the name of the show? Mike drank all the porter. Jared Dyer, Trinity gone vote. Unsubscribe. Yep. Doing it. Let's see. All right, where are we at here? Yeah. Yep. Hope you're doing well as well, Jared. Jamaican air horn emoji. Yeah. Oh, dang it. Dang it. It skipped on me again. It skipped on me. I swear I'm getting almost caught up here. I was getting almost caught up here. Yeah. Will Trinity, yes, about my dad. I don't want to bring us down, but I found out this afternoon that my dad has lymphoma. He's 82. It's all over his body. He's weak. Oh, man. Well, yeah, 82. Man, that sucks, man. And no matter, yeah, and that's, the thing is like, no matter how much you know that it's coming or anything, none of that ever makes it any easier. Because my grandfather, he had cancer, and seeing that, when as a child, just kind of even going through that as a child, just kind of experiencing that, like it didn't even really matter, like by the time once the time comes, like yeah, man, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure all of our thoughts and prayers are going out to you, Mike. Absolutely. Yeah. 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 Exactly. Spend as much time with them as possible. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Air Spider 23, thank you so much for being here. Gonna sleep and not wake up. Just know he's not sleeping in time. It's probably a matter of time. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, man. That's sad. Yeah. Absolutely. When it's weird. My father died in 2002, and coincidentally, it happened like I was going back home, right? I was going back home to visit for a couple of weeks. Well, what ended up happening in the meantime, I ended up as I was heading back home, I ended up getting extradited back home. I got pulled over and there was a warrant out for my arrest. So anyway, I ended up spending some time back home for a few months going through court. And in that time that I was there, stuck going through court, my father died. And other than that, like I would have been in California, living, working. I would have been here, halfway across the country when it worked. And it's like it just, like happened for a reason, that I was back home and got to see my father before all of that. And even I think mine and my father's last words were goodbye, as he was leaving the house that morning. I believe he was going to visit my mother for lunch. Yeah. But yeah, definitely lucky. Definitely lucky, yeah, because like I said, what was I, 20? No, I might have been 21 by that point. Oh yeah, I would have been 21 by that point. I was probably like 23. I think I was probably about 23 when my father died. Yeah. BB first edition common. Oh, okay, nice. Nice. If you don't buy NFTs, you won't have Jordans to wear inside the metaverse. Oh man. Reaper Destroyer. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the Reaper Destroyer. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, see, that's funny. Jedi Mike knows Evelyn Taft. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, Mike, you're definitely one of the most beloved people in our in all our group of nerd friends and everything, man. You're the one that brings so much joy to us. And if there's ever anything that any of us could ever do to help you, I'm sure we would. I'm sure we would. And if there's ever anything you need, let us know. Absolutely. Pretty sure that's not how that works, Wayne. What? Just drew my own NFT on a paper napkin. Anybody? Oh man, that's funny. Well, seemingly people make digital art and then sell it or something, and that's what an NFT is, right? My college roommate chugged a water bottle full of vodka, waking up the morning after before he realized. Oh man, yeah, yeah. The water bottle full of like, yeah. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. What Obi-Wan the homie just said. Yeah. More DJ Horn. Yeah. Amen. And then DJ Horn. Oh, man. Yes. Yes, we are. Man. Am I that far behind on chats? I am. Okay, we're almost caught up there, I think. Athe is how atheists pray. Athe? Okay. Yeah. This is the way. Yeah. RZD. Oh, man. Oh. No, Will Morgan. RZ. Oh, no. Nope. Shakespeare's favorite droid was in a play of his. R2D2 or R2D2? That is the question. I just realized that Pelimoto might be the minor domo. Pelimoto. Which one's Pelimoto? Is Pelimoto Richard Simmons? Is that Richard Simmons? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, absolutely. We do. We love you, Mike. Yeah. R2 falls asleep and nobody's seen Luke for 20 years. The end. Oh, man. Oh, man. See? Freaking Russian bots. Oh, man. Nikki up in the building. Yee! Look, we got Nikki up in the building. Yes. Nikki blessing us with her presence. Absolutely. You know, Nikki, we missed you. You know what? Nikki, remember that word? Remember that word we were talking about bringing back? Remember that word we were talking about bringing back? I think it's coming back. I actually used it in a live stream yesterday. I heard somebody else use it in a live stream a couple days before that. Now, of course, the live stream that I said it on was probably a live stream, probably not going to get a lot of attention from anybody that would be pissed off and report it. And the other stream that I was watching, I think it was on a live stream that nobody was going to hear it and report it either. But we're taking it back, Nikki. We're almost there. We're on the precipice of being able to bring it back. Yes, that'll be nice. Yeah, and thank you so much for getting rid of that. Yeah. For wrenching that guy. Yeah. Okay, where are we at now? Oh, I lurk. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Nikki. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they do. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I call her Richard Simmons too. It is. What do you mean, her? How dare you call him a her? Is that what he's going by nowadays? Is he doing the Twitter pronoun thing? I'm just asking. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, but it is. It's Richard Simmons. It's fucking always watching. But yeah. Amy Sedaris will meet the major domos, minor domo. Oh man, are they gonna? Oh, that's yeah. Yes, there you go. See, Nikki knows what I'm talking about. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, slowly but surely, we're taking it back, Nikki. You know, and I really, I was thinking about, there might be a loophole there anyway. And I think it's the loophole that a lot of mainstream comic creators use. The loophole that they use. Yeah. All we just got to do is become part of the community. And we can say whatever we want. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. You know what? There was another thing. Speaking of how I've gone woke. I was thinking, just like all these buzzwords, all these terms that people use, right? And the other thing Like, because like there's certain words that just people that trigger people and they don't know exactly what it means. Like woke, there's like the wokes and the anti-woke, and and the SJWs and the anti-SJ. Now here's the thing. It's like the SJW one is another weird one too. It's another one of those buzz terms. It's another one of those buzz terms that people hear, and I've seen people online that and plenty of people I've interacted with plenty of times to, I don't know, I guess kind of feel like I kind of get where they're at with stuff. But they're sitting there and they'll be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm an SJW. What? Why would you what's wrong with social justice? Like, what's wrong with, like, they feel like these people that I'm talking about, they feel like being an SJW just means that they are for the equal treatment of all people, that they're not racist, that they think that people who do racist things are bad people and they shouldn't be doing that stuff. And like generally what I'm saying is some of the people I've talked to online that claim to be SJWs are just like, how would you say, just like decent people, right? Just like most of you guys here. I say most of you guys here because I'm sure Dixie is somewhere around here lurking. I'm kidding, Dixie. I'm kidding. But the point being is, like, that's generally what most people like. Like, most people I know, like, that fits the definition. Like, most people I know kind of just aren't racist and think most people aren't necessarily equal, but are just like people. And like, hey, like, you're cool, I'm cool, I'll give you respect, you give me respect. And that's really about all it comes down to, right? You don't be a dick to me, I won't be a dick to you, right? It's like pretty simple. I think that's like a majority of people I know. But that's not being what an SJW is. And people are like, oh, it's for social justice. You don't think that all... Like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It's not about fighting the system of oppression for people of color. No. But that's what they think it is. Because, like, look, again, it comes down to this. Most people I know would say, more reasonable people would say, fuck the system. And anybody who wants to treat people, like, differently for whatever, any of those kind of reasons, right? Right? For any of those kind of racial reasons. Like, that's just, like, most people just aren't pieces of shit. I'm like, this is most people. That's not SJW. That's not the social justice, like, the people should have equity, right? like that's not really it. Like, that's just like being a normal person. Like, most of the people I've ever worked with and met in my life who are like just cool. Some people are just dicks. Some people are just assholes. Some people are, like, that's just what it is. But most people I know are like this. Most people, I would say, are for these things that these people think that a social justice warrior is, right? What they think that it is. What they think that it is. Because I'm going to tell you, like, what I've found, and this isn't like I was saying at the beginning of the stream when I was talking about the woke thing. I found that basically, and I've talked about this before too, an SJW would be somebody who says that you can't do something or you can't be something, and if you have an opinion of something, well, it's got to be the opinion that we say is okay for you to have, right? It's got to be the opinion that we say is okay for you to have. And that comes down to stuff like this. Like, an SJW would say, you can't be racist to a racist, right? Right? It's like, you can't be. You can't be. Where me, and I think most reasonable people will be like, you can be racist, that's fine. I mean, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know, at least, right? Because me, if you think about it, if you like just came out and whether it be through your actions or you just said that, hey, you're a racist, like, I'm like, hey, cool. Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't see what the problem is, right? I don't see, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't see what the problem is. Like, I can give a shit. And thank you for outing yourself. I'd rather you out yourself. That's okay. But these people say that no, you can't do that. You can't be a racist. You can't do these things, right? And believe me, I'm not by any means saying that anybody should be or anybody has to be or anything like that, or that, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a free country. It's a free world. And I would say even in places that are less freer than America, they're still racist. But that's just the thing. It's like what it ultimately comes down to, from what I've surmised from all of this, is that basically SJW is a person who is intolerant of you and your opinions if you don't share their opinions on things, especially when it comes to political things. So, I mean, there's kind of a line to be drawn there, really, if you think about it. But from the best that I've surmised, that's what it is somebody who is intolerant to other people's opinions and intolerant to the freedoms of other people. Now, that don't match what most of the people who I've seen is like, oh yeah, I'm for social justice and stuff. Like that don't match it. It just doesn't match, right? And that's ultimately what we're always talking about here. When like if I were to ever say and use that term, I said, like, you guys know me, I don't normally say that shit, but that's what it is. It's somebody who is intolerant to other people's thoughts and opinions if they're not going along with the group. Now, I know, and look, here's the thing, is I know there's somebody who's gonna be like, well, the anti-SJWs do the same thing. Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of in the name. It's anti-SJ. Like, the SJW is still in the name, right? It's like the name. They didn't drop the SJW. Like, they put that on there. Like, they still got it there. That's the mirror. The mirror that you're looking into, right? It's that. It's that. They're the same. Because the other people, the antis, like, they're the exact same. Like most of them are the exact same amount of intolerant. Right? Most of them are. But, and that's, that's just how it works. But that's the thing is, and that's what I've found is that's where really like, and I know it's another one of those buzz terms that people like to use, SJW. But it, like, if you ask me, it really is a thing. And I'm not saying that just an SJW is an SJW. I'm saying that a lot of times the antis are as well. But the thing is, it ultimately comes down to that intolerance of other people's opinions and ultimately their existence in the first place for having thoughts and opinions outside of the same ones, their shared beliefs. And you see this you even see this shit in fandom groups and stuff, right? You see the same kind of stuff, the same kind of group think kind of stuff here. But it's really that. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people on the other side of this that kind of, the anti side, I would say, who probably kind of feel like I do, like, hey, you're racist and shit. Like, cool, you do whatever you want. Like, I don't give a shit. That's the thing. Most people are just reasonable like that. Like, you do you. As long as you're not hurting me or anybody else, we're pretty cool. It's all good. Right? But that's the thing, is it's the intolerance and everything for other people's thoughts and opinions if it's not their own. And it's so funny, too, because, like, I don't know. See a lot of people out there like that. Anyway, let's get back into the chats really quick and see what everybody's talking about. I think that's it. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe we'll get into it a little bit. Yes. We're going to be there one of these days, looking atop the mountain. Me and my son, we're No. I better just stop. Bold strategy. Oh man, that's funny. Might change my pronoun to it. Wow, look at it. It's so stoned. Yeah, don't let anyone else touch your Myrtle bits. Oh man, that's funny. Social justice is calling for some Catholic service work as part of my blood. Yeah, yeah. THC is a part of my blood. A big fart. Oh man. Let's see. For every reaction, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Karma is a golden rule for me. You know, like the every action thing. I wouldn't always say there's always an equal and opposite, but for the most part, I mean, it kind of holds true. But you know what? I like karma. Karma's not the one. Like I just don't do the karma thing. I don't buy into the karma bit. Like what, like kind of like what goes around comes around. What you put out into the universe, it's gonna come back to you. Now, one, I'm not a religious person. I'm not a believer. So there would be some debate to be had there from a believer that would say, "Oh, well, they're gonna get what's coming to them." But ultimately, I will tell you, if karma was a real thing, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers out there who aren't getting theirs, right? I'm sure everybody out there can think of somebody, and I'm not thinking of something like, oh, I wish karma, like somebody that like kind of like personally, like something that's how would you say a childish nitpick out of how would you say it? Like I don't know, like just just like I said, child, just something it was just like personally you, not something that somebody actually did that was like really bad. Like actually bad, not something just like I don't like this person because they hurt my feelings once. They need karma. Like not that, but like yeah. There's enough people out there who that shit's not coming back on, right? There's enough pieces of shit out there who karma has not come back and visited in any way whatsoever. So that's why I don't believe in the karma thing. I don't believe in the karma thing. And I also don't believe in it too, also, because I also feel like I've been blessed and had a shitload of good fortune in my life. That I feel like there's got to be some. I feel like there's got to be some. Like the karma's got to work both ways, right? It's got to work both ways. It's got to work both. I mean, I don't think I've put enough that good in the world for all the blessings that have been bestowed upon me, right? But then again, that could still, yeah, I don't know. I guess it could still be because I mean the person, right? Like the person in their, like it could still be like the, I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm not really in the for the karma bit. But yeah, I mean, yeah, do unto others though, absolutely, yeah. My friend always told me my blood was KFC plus. That's funny. I have said a lot, so. Oh man, never have to get high again, right? Damn. Chicken skin. Oh dang. Is that like a gravy combo? Yeah, I bet Nikki is stoked for Obi-Wan. I don't know if she's still hanging out. I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Where we at? It skipped on me again. Okay. No one at my comic book store ever talks about anything but geeky, nerdy shit, to be honest, right? Yeah, absolutely. You know what's funny is I'm not sure. Do you guys know who Kevin Graveau is? Like, when I realized like who he was and I looked up his name, I was like, holy shit, like, huh, all right. Kevin Crouvaux, he's the creator of Blue Marvel. He wrote the movies Underworld. Fuck, I think he's in one of those movies. I've seen him in my local comic book shop, and I've had conversations with him. Like, I've probably had no less, at least 2 conversations with him. Like pretty good long conversations with him there at my local comic book shop. Both times at the time, I didn't realize who the hell he was at all. I didn't realize shit about who he was at all. And it was funny too, because the one time I was sitting there talking to him, we were just talking about comic books and just about some of this different stuff. And it was funny because we just kind of, whatever we were talking, where we were going, I ended up talking about Young Ripper 5'9". And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, oh yeah, he's like, oh, one of the things that Young Ripper kind of gets wrong, he's, just kind of, we're just having a great conversation. It's fucking great conversation. And then later, I found out that it was Kevin Crouvaux, the fucking creator of Blue Marvel. He's fucking writer of fucking Underworld. Just like all, like I said, he was even in one of the movies. Like, yeah, I was like, holy shit! Like, I didn't fucking realize it was him. And which is fine. Like, I wasn't gonna be like, oh my god, but I probably wouldn't have even hit him up for saying like, dude, you gotta get your signature on this book. I probably wouldn't have even done that. But now that I know, I've seen him a couple more times. I'm like, oh man, it was pretty cool. And it's always great in those situations, and probably for him too, because he's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude like you, like me. He was cool. He was cool as shit too. Like I said, I didn't know who he was, but he's got a very distinct look. He's a black dude. He's a black dude. Black guy. He's probably, I don't know. He's a few inches taller than me, but he's got this deep ass voice. His voice is deep as shit. Like, yeah, his voice is deep as shit. I'll tell you that, man. Like, you fucking talking like you could hear it, like you could hear that shit rumbling in my chest, man. Like, but yeah, like very very distinct voice, and like I said, it's cool as hell. Cool as hell. And like I said, I can't even remember. We just started talking about comic books and whatnot, and we were just talking about stuff out there, man. It's a cool guy though. We talked pullus and pulling some wool, you dig? Yeah, nice. Yeah, acceptance is the key for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think acceptance is a big thing. Acceptance is a big thing. And people always I think about the word tolerance too, right? I think about the word tolerance too. And a lot of people they kind of go hand in hand, but they also don't either, right? Because there's some things that you can accept that you might tolerate. Some things you might tolerate but can't accept, right? And different stuff like that. And I think this is the kind of thing with the words and stuff, words and what they mean and some of the lingo that we use, and trying to get in and explore some of those things and look into ourselves and who we are when it comes to some of those kinds of things, about acceptance, about tolerance, exactly not only what they mean to us, but what they actually really mean and how we put them to play in our real lives, right? Because there's a definite difference between acceptance and tolerance too. So I should not be allowed near the tweeters and shit. Oh no, what'd you do, Reefer? What'd you do? Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it is how it should be. Everybody, yeah, talking about nerdy shit at the comic shop. Yeah. My Twitter is basically my Twitter is basically for my 2 brick and mortar businesses. Oh, nice. Yeah. Entrepreneur life. Hell yeah. Sweet. What are the businesses? What businesses you do? If you don't mind me asking. We all like our yub nub rubbed. Yee! That's funny, you're Spider. Yeah. That's funny. I mean, oh man. That's how I keep track if I'm keeping up with you. Oh man, you guys are cracking me up. Talk about your feelings on the Book of Boba Fett. Oh, you want me to go there? You want me to go there? Overall, Book of Boba Fett. Like, I'm not big into the lore and all that stuff. I don't really know about like the animated series, or should I say the cartoons. No, I'm not really into all that, and I don't know all that stuff. Like, like when they brought in Cad Bane, I know the name. I don't know who the hell Cad Bane is. So like a lot of the stuff in the show I like. I'm not really a big Boba Fett fan. So Book of Boba, like, I'm okay with seeing him downplayed and cut in his own show. I don't mind, because I'm not a big Boba Fett fan anyway. And it's pretty apparent when I'm watching the Book of Boba Fett show. I'm like, all right, Mando! Oh! Right? Like, I didn't even think I was like a fucking like a fan of like the Mandalorian until I actually seen his bitch ass in this show. I seen the Mandalorian show. I'm like, oh my god, yes! I'm sitting like, later I'm sitting there like, I feel so dirty. I got excited by seeing Din. But yeah, that's yeah. But I mean, the show, like some of the cheesy stuff they did, some of the, they obviously did plenty of homages and cheesy stuff in there. I mean, I can accept it for what it is. To me, it just seems like they're doing so much stuff that I don't feel like it's all Star Wars, right? Star Wars. But I'm willing to accept a lot of the cheesiness and campiness too, because I can have fun with it. And, I know like everybody's talking about like Nick Cannon in The Spin. We all know about Nick Cannon in The Spin. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you don't know about Nick Cannon in that spin, damn it. He's lucky he can turn right. I'll tell you that much. But like I like the spin thing, I remember look, here's how big it is. Like, when you're watching, they meant for that to happen, and they meant for people to be talking about it. It was done for a reason. It was a very visual thing, and it stood out like a sore ass thumb in the show. I'm not even going to go into whether it's good or it's bad or it's cheesy or anything like that. And I know, because people have already been slaying my boy Robert Rodriguez and dragging his name through the dirt. But, I see that happen in the show, even when I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, what the hell is this? It's Robert Rodriguez, man. It's Robert Rodriguez. I'm sitting there that's desperate. That's a Desperado move all the way. Did you not see Desperado? It's just some but I do still kind of feel like it probably don't really belong. It probably don't really belong here. Just being honest. The Vespas. The thing is and I still feel like when they do the whole Luke thing and they're doing especially, I think it's really mostly the Luke thing. The fan service. Ew. I feel I'm not angry that they're doing it. I'm not mad or anything like that. I just feel like when they do it, it feels like cheap shots. And I'm not saying that it's cheap that they're doing it. I mean, Luke showing up and, in The Mandalorian, and then him, being here again. Obviously, it's within a time when it could happen and stuff like that. I'm not angry about that at all. But it seems like when they're doing it, it feels cheap. It just feels cheap. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, because like I said, Luke can be there and doing all that stuff, but it feels like it's in that cheap fan servicey kind of way. And for, the whole nostalgia and everything. And it's not even bad that it's nostalgia, but it feels like it's done cheaply. And not in a cheap way, but it just feels cheap. I feel like they're really sucker punching me when they're doing it. Right? Because they're getting me at a point where I'm like, hey, I'm liking this. This is good. And it's like, you do this. And it's like, I like this, but, right? And I can't quite explain it. And it's not even like I've been joking around here, like, that's not Star Wars. That's not what it's like. It doesn't feel right when it's happened. Like the whole Luke side, like it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't. And maybe part of it is because it's all that deep fake stuff. And, you see some people out there talking about, oh, well, this is the future of cinema. We're going to have deep fakes and actors are just going to sign their contracts and they're going to do deep fakes forever. And this is going to be the future of film. Theaters are going to die. Fuck out of here with that shit. Ain't nobody want no deep fake bullshit. I'm willing to take it for now in this, with this character for now. I do not want to see fucking Luke Skywalker in the fucking next, getting his own series and it's all deep faked and all. I don't want to see that bullshit. You want to put Luke Skywalker in some more bullshit? Do that shit in one of your animated shows, right? Like, and again, I'm not even angry about it. I just feel like when it's been done, I feel like they're taking cheap shots. And it's not even just cheap shots of just because of nostalgia. I feel like it's cheap shots of nostalgia. Right? Like, I don't. It doesn't set well with me, but it's not something that angers me to the point where, like, it takes me out of the show and I'm dissatisfied. I'm like, fuck this. And it's not because it makes me feel good seeing Luke go back and carry little baby Grogu with his backpack. It's not that at all. But it feels cheap. But there's other things in the show. But for all its shortcomings, the Book of Boba Fett was... I think overall, if I had to give it a score out of 10, I would say it's probably about a 6. I'd say it's probably about a 6. There's some fun, enjoyable stuff. They definitely loaded the back half of the season, and not so much the front loaded it, which isn't necessarily a good or bad thing, but I don't know. I feel like what they did in the show, it just didn't have good balance to it, like a good balance overall. But I wouldn't tell anybody to rush out there and watch it, and that they have to watch it or anything by any means. I think it was okay. I mean, I was entertained at some points. Not bad, not great. It was alright. Yeah. When I'm not excited anymore, if they surprise me, then I'll get excited again. For now, Disney can kiss my ass. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, kind of like I said, like, and that, you know what it is. And I was really thinking about this the other day, and I'm like, somebody else was talking about some of the same kind of stuff also. But then somebody, it was funny too, because somebody else was talking about something else in this completely other video, and it had to do with like TikTok. And then I was thinking about people's short attention spans and just all of these, just some of those different kinds of things like that. And I feel like, it's like Martin Scorsese was right? Like, am I wrong? Like, I think Martin Scorsese was right. Because the thing that he was talking about, like, with these comic book movies or theme parks, and everybody's talking, and here's what it is. Really what it got down to was content. It's content for the consumers to consume, right? Look, I don't know. You've probably been hearing a lot of this, but it ultimately really does come to that, because I've noticed that as well. This is what everybody's doing. It's just like, it comes out, oh, let's hurry up and get it, and it's done. On to the next thing, on to the next thing. What are you talking about? WandaVision, what? Loki, what? What are you talking about? No, what? It's Moon Knight. It's not even Moon Knight. You know what it is? Kenobi. No, it's not. It's that. Oh, we got The Boy. Oh, no, we got this. We got that. Oh, we got Dear White People, or what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. But that's the thing. It's like everybody's like, it's just content. It's just content. Everybody's just tracing like it's just content. People just doing stuff. Nothing's really happening. It's content for you to consume and just watch. Move on to the next thing. Forget about this show. We've got other things we're doing. This is just trying to distract you from the next thing. And I really do, like, I've really been feeling that way a lot more and more as well. And you know, the funny thing is I've seen the shift and I've been noticing it for like the past 3 or 4 months, even just here on YouTube, as everything has been kind of weird and crazy. And just like in a lot of like some of the content that people are doing, but some of the content that I see coming across my my home feed and just some of those different things, like I've noticed like this weird shift, how things like in the attention economy have been changing. And look, I'm not a numbers guy and I'm not looking into any kind of like analytics or anything bullshit like that. I just look at what's going on the fucking computer screen in front of me with the videos that they're just putting out there, and I scroll and all, you know, just searching different things. Like, there's something going on here. It's really weird. Just like the way people are consuming their content. And but that's what it's getting to. It's like, oh, it's just content to consume, and then on to the next thing, and then on to the next thing, and then on to the next thing, and then on to the next thing. Right? Nobody's talking about any of it later. Who's still talking about Mandalorian season 1 or 2? Only people reason are talking about season 2 is because Book of Boba Fett, because Boba Fett showed up in that, and now you got Din in this. And like, that's the only reason anybody's talking about that shit. Who's talking about fucking WandaVision? Who's talking about fucking Invincible? The Boys. People are talking about fucking Peacemaker. For fucking Christ's sakes. God. How low do you gotta get? Content. If there's anything that's fucking content, it's that bullshit. People are fucking eating it up. Right? It's content. And like I said, like, even back then I was still kind of like, yeah, come on, Martin Scorsese, come on, you're a little out of line here, man. You're just like, I get it, I understand, like, I get you a little upset, you know, I get it. But overall, what he ended up saying, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. He's fucking spot on. As a matter of fact, he's spot on. And look, and I'm somebody who likes the fucking comic book movies and shit. And I'm even looking at it knowing I like a lot of these movies, and I still like them. Like, even I'm sitting here like, the way everything's been going, just seeing all the stuff that's been coming out, these shows and these movies and everything, at this point I'm kind of like, he wasn't lying. Seeing the way that people interact and talk about these shows and everything amongst it, and just all this stuff, I'm like, he wasn't wrong. It's content. It's content. Right? It's content. He wasn't wrong. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of there with Nikki. And look, I know there's probably somebody out there. There might be somebody out there thinking like, oh, well, if you weren't watching all these negative channels, we're like I don't watch that shit. I don't watch a lot of those channels talking about all, like, if anything, like the closest thing that I watch to anything like that would be Young Ripper 59. And I mean, sure, he talks a lot of shit about that, but not in a way that's, you know, like I really give a shit about, you know, like not watching movies and all this stuff. It's just the stuff that I'm seeing, the stuff that I'm actually watching and consuming myself. I'm watching. I'm like none of this stuff is very exciting. I like a lot of it just doesn't seem exciting. It's not because anybody's even poo-pooing on it, but I just see a lot of them just kind of like, it doesn't really seem exciting for me. And you know, finding more excitement in just like the older shit, you know, having to go back and rewatch old movies, going back and reading old comic books and things like that. Obviously getting in and watching more indie films, more stuff that aren't your typical Star Wars, Marvel, comic book movie kind of nerdy bullshit like that. It's gonna be such a nice change to get back to fucking Renaissance Fair, man. It's gonna be great. I've missed it. But yeah, I did Karma once. She cost me $15 and I found out. Oh man, Reefer, you're terrible. My review, there was a Boba Fett, and if you look closer, there was a book somewhere on screen. Tusken Raiders and lots of cosplay. Yeah. That's funny. Oh man, look. Who let the butt in the house? You butt. Take that, Fahim. Okay. Damn, they're coming in like crazy, are they? They're coming in like crazy. Oh, these damn Russian bots. I don't know. I'm guessing they're Russian. I'm probably being, yeah. Where are we at? Yeah. The series was good. A lot of moments anyhow. I'm sorry. For both our sakes, I hope they do us justice. Yeah. Absolutely. All matter and energy is constantly in motion. Since the Big Bang, check the periodic table of elements. Yeah. They better run done. I was left on the table and Boba. Yeah, for Boba as a character. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, what was that? Oh, man. Johnny on the spot with a 13-month member chat. Sends a 13-month member chat and says, Bermuda, baby. Yeah. Bermuda, baby. Really, wasn't what, I look back and I still think the same thing. Justin Simone will come here in the chat to say too, I look back and I still look at, WandaVision was the funnest one of these shows. It was the best one. After that, I've got to say Hawkeye. And then after that, it's just the way they all came out. After that, it was Falcon and Winter Soldier. And that trash Loki show. God dang, man. I almost feel triggered by Loki because I feel like this show could have been so much better. But you cucked Loki. And Sophia DiMartino, the actor who you got to play the other Loki, she just wasn't good. I don't know where you found this. I don't know where you found this actor, but this actor was not good. Ruined it. Almost single-handedly ruined that whole show for me. If you're talking about my jiggly parts, oh man, what are you talking about jiggly parts? I'm alive. I consider that a blessing. Absolutely, Random Brad. Absolutely. I hear freaking right. Yeah. I mean, it's Obi-Wan and Vader. Figure it out. Yeah, right. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Underworld. Yep. Myrtle Bits and Bites. Yeah. Let me some. Yeah. Kate and Underworld. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nikki's here. Mike Porter. Yeah, absolutely. First 4 episodes felt like a waste. Could have been 2 episodes. Yeah, absolutely. And people would easily say, you could easily say that. A lot of people say that about WandaVision, as well. A lot of people would say that about WandaVision too. The first few episodes. I know Chillmonger, he wasn't really into those first few episodes. For me, I liked them. I thought they were fun. It was a trash Boba show. Yeah. Like I said, it could have been a lot better. I didn't fall for any of it. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Don't go watch Wayne's video. Wayne was crying. He went full theory. Wayne went full theory. He did. Yeah, go there. Oh man, look at Trey sticking his pinky out at cartoons. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Cad Bane was cool. Yeah, he cut off the only good actor in that pile of shit show, Boba. Oh yeah, Timothy. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. He's not dead. He's not dead. They're modding him. They're modding him up. They're gonna give him a Vespa. The spin shot, yeah, it's a mess. The whole thing. Oh man, weird. TV needs our eyeballs. Yeah. This spin shot, dude. But it was like I'm telling you, it's such a Robert Rodriguez thing though. And there's no denying that. Like I like Robert Rodriguez and a lot of his movies, and I've seen a lot of his movies, except for them Spy Kids ones, like those ones. But like a lot of his older stuff, like yeah, and like I seen that, I'm like, this Robert Rodriguez, you son of a bitch. Only thing, I was waiting for him to either have the penis gun. Remember, I was waiting for him to have that, or maybe even a guitar case when he spun around. Right? Like that's, yeah, yeah. That's funny. Talking about the spin shot, yeah. The spin shot. They just want to distract you and hook you with nostalgia. It was too soon since Mando season 2. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, purposely asked for a spin shot at the establishment in LV. Oh, all right, in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right. You have to let the credits roll a bit. Yeah. One hell, yeah, exactly. Totally El Mariachi, right? Yeah. Yeah. Fan service handy. Yeah. I didn't watch the credits. Yeah. The after credits. Yeah. Remember Lando Calrissian? Yeah. It's right. Yeah, after the credits. After the hum that fucking song, man. That fucking vocalizing bullshit fucking cracks me up every time. Like, I watch the Book of Boba Fett just to hear that fucking ridiculous song, right? Like, that shit sounds like, I know when we go to Renaissance Fair this year, I'm gonna hear a group of fucking nerds walking around doing that shit. And if not, it's gonna be me and my kids. We're gonna be walking around, yeah. Deep fake these nuts. Yeah. No more down the cover cosplay. Yeah. So one time I did the whole series. What are we talking about? What whole series? One time I did the whole watch the whole series? Yeah. I want to deep fake the Three Stooges. Nikki says 4 out of 10. 3 to be honest, but I'll say 4. Okay, see, Nikki's being nice. She's being nice. She's giving it a 4. Yeah, Reese's still be at 2. That's funny. It might be. It probably already got there. Scorsese had a too nuanced argument for folks. Yeah, ADHD capitalism. Yeah. Buy our $25 tub of popcorn in Walt Disney World Orlando. Nikki, move close. Yeah. Yep. Oh damn, that's funny. On to the next one. Yeah. Bill Maher is literally doing your show tonight. Hashtag beat biters. That's funny. I haven't watched Bill Maher in a long time. I used to like his show. I used to like it. Like, Bill Maher is good at times. And that's one of the things. Like, he's one of those guys, you know, he's a liberal guy. And look, I'm not on either side. Like, if anything, I'd probably be more conservative, but like, I don't really like, I'm like, I don't do right, left, like, I don't give a shit. Like, but he's definitely more left, but he also talks shit about the left too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Of course, I know there's somebody out there. He's one of the posers. He's not really a liberal. He's one of the Republicans. That's what one of the. It's because they're mad because he made fun of him. Probably. Yeah, Peacemaker is hardcore. Nah. This has been an issue since I was putting out albums around 08. You work for a year on a project for a day a week. Yeah, right. Yeah. Who's a butterfly now? What? Oh man, The opening theme makes more sense now, right? What? Love to see it. WandaVision was such a good time. Waited so long for that. Yeah, it was, man. Like, it was just fun. Yeah. Read WandaVision, still the most interesting one, despite that cancer finale. Yeah. And see, like, I didn't even mind the finale. Like, there's obviously the finale. It could have been wrapped up a lot better. They didn't stick the landing, but overall, it was definitely the better, more fun show. And I said because Loki was my favorite character. I know. You know what? Oh, Nikki. You know what? That reminds me, because I know Justin brings this up too, man. Like, I was watching. God, what did we watch the other day? Watched the first Avengers movie. Watched like Age of Ultron. Watched the first Thor movie. Hell, we watched Thor: The Dark World. And I'm sitting there like, oh man, I miss the days when Thor used to be a man. When he used to not have to be Mr. Jokey one-liner. When he could tell a joke and not have it be, like he's, like, like I'm Mr. Funny Man. Look, I'm Peter Quill Thor. Like, but yeah, I was watching a movie. I can't remember which part it was, but it was one of the movies where he actually even put a little joke out there. I'm like, look. He can be a man, he can be serious, he can tell a little joke and it be funny. It doesn't have to be a one-liner. That's what I'm talking about. Like I was saying the other day too in one of the streams, like it's like everything has to be the fucking Office now, and it's not that way, right? I just don't want that shit. And I like The Office. I love Michael Scott. I love The Office. Star Wars don't have to be The Office. Marvel don't have to be The Office. Sick of it. Jared Dyer, Moon Knight better not. Oh man, Jared Dyer. Look, man. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that fan, but man. And I don't even know a whole lot about the characters. So I'm not by any means going to pretend like I'm some big Moon Knight fan. But I read the Moon Knight Omnibus, the volume 1. It's got all the OG stuff in it. I'm like, dude, like that book is so damn good. And I'm like, I already feel let down just by watching the trailer of that show. Mostly because the trailer of that show, his suit reminds me so much of the current Moon Knight run that Jed McKay is writing with that fucking horrible Alessandro Cappuccio art. Ugh, God, it's the worst. And the story is, at best. I actually feel disappointed and let down already. And like I said, I'm not even like a hardcore fan of. And you know what's funny though is if you really look in like the comic community, like not all of them, but I've seen plenty of the guys like in people in the comic community that a lot of them just don't like the movies. They're like, yeah, they're all right. I just don't really like the movies. I'll stick with the comic books. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Am I getting close to caught up now? I think I'm getting close now. Sorry, I'm half lurking, so I missed some of the bots. All good. Trinity, who's the Bikini Babe poster up on the wall? Oh, right up there. That is Esme. She is from Iron Sights 2 Psychos. That poster's from Iron Sights 2 Psychos, and that one over there is the same character from the first book, from the first comic, Iron Sights. And that one's Iron Sights 2 Psychos, which were a couple of comic books on Splatto Comics, written by Richard C. Meyer, better known as your boy Zach. But yeah, and they're done. The posters are the artist that did them is Ms. Sashi, and I'm pretty sure she just drew herself in there. I'm pretty sure those pictures are just herself. In those pictures, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just her. I'm pretty sure she did a self-insert, and believe me, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. Oh, dang, it's not really. Wonder. No, not that one. Maybe that one. Yeah. That one will probably show a little bit clearer. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Definitely a nice poster. Definitely a nice poster. Um Come at me. I love all MCU and Star Wars shows on Disney Plus. MCU and Star Wars rules. Mike Lass is the Shield Porter, the man. Yeah. Jared Tyler, just because the character has this associative identity disorder doesn't mean the writers need to yeah, it doesn't mean the writer yeah, yeah. Your man was crying Hollywood. For real, that song will be done Madrigal style. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And he didn't have to be Fat Thor for the whole final movie. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right? Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, even like the Fat Thor thing, even like Fat Thor is more tolerable to me than what they did in those other, what they did in the other, in that fucking Ragnarok movie. Ragnarok. That even sounds terrible. Ragnarok. But you know what it is? Because Taika Waititi. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sick of Taika Waititi. Oh, geez, we're gonna be a while, but I'm not complaining. 12 a.m. here, gonna be asleep at 3. All right. He's a god. He's not meant to be that relatable. Right, right. Yeah. Nice one, Pee Wee Herman. Anyway, yeah. I got my 7-paragraph essay for civics class done today. It was offline easy, but I did well. Nice. Nice. Moon Knight been one of my favorite heroes since I was a kid. Nice. Hell yeah. What runs have you read? What run? I know like a lot of people, you know, like different runs and stuff like that. Like I said, I've only read the original stuff. Which seems reasonable to doubt some of this Disney stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And look, I like, and one of the other things is I'm totally accepting of, and I know like it's probably like one of the worst things in the world, but like I understand like it's a different universe. They're not gonna do what I seen in the comics, what I'm used. I already know that shit. Like I know they're not gonna give me that. I know like because in the comic books, Moon Knight has Marlene there, who's this woman who saved his life and actually falls in love with him. Like she deeply loves this man. So much so that several different times in the comic books, like she gets shot in the back several times, stabbed in the back. She puts herself to great risk for this man. Sometimes without even him asking her to, and she just does. She's like, you know, willing. Like, yeah, they ain't gonna put that shit in the show. But and then even like God, was it Gina? I think it was Gina. I think that was her name. That had this diner. This black lady. She worked at the diner. She ran the diner, and she had her sons. They were teenagers in school. They were like agents for Moon Knight, and they went out and they were like fighting crime with Moon Knight. I'm like, dude, they ain't gonna do that. Like, it would be cool though. It would be cool. I think it would be great. I think it'd be great. But yeah, just some of it, yeah. Random Brass says no hope whatsoever. Yeah. When I saw the show and read the comics, I really liked him. When I saw the show. What show? Because wasn't he in what was he? It wasn't the X-Men, was it? But I remember somebody saying he was in one of the shows. Yeah. All right. So cross my fingers for good Marvel. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, like, and I won't say that we've really even had a whole lot of bad. Like, and I know, like, look, like me, I will say the most bad we've had is those shitty James Gunn movies. And that Taika Waititi movie. But at least the Taika Waititi movie is a little more entertaining. A little more. It actually has some stuff I liked in it. like when we seen at the beginning where he was actually using Mjolnir and swinging it around, and they were sitting there playing. Oh man, what's the name of the song? Yeah. Yeah, and he's sitting there fucking Mjolnir's like, dude, I love that shit. Like that shit was great. But I think it was the Waititi that Taika put on it that I wasn't really so thrilled about. You like that? The Waititi. That's what it's the Waititi. That's what you put on there. That's how you put it on too. Yeah. Sound like great books. Yeah, they're great. As a matter of fact, that was something I was thinking about doing too since I finally got a camera. I got a camera boom. A camera, I'm trying to show you what it does. It does that. But I got this camera boom instead of like a tripod. So I can, immigrant song. There you go. So I can put it on my table so we can do some read-alongs now with my camera and get the right setup for it. Because for the channel members, I want to start reading through some of these books. Some of them, like the crowdfunded books, some of them we got PDFs for, some of them we don't. But then I also want to get in and pick a day a week where we can go through. And I wanted to actually maybe pick a day a week where we could go through and read maybe 2 issues a day of these Moon Knight books. And 2 issues is a lot because those older books, they read a lot different than the modern ones. Like a modern book these days, you can grab one of these Marvel books. Yeah, I read that thing, 5 to 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's quick. But those older ones, some of them, they take some time to read. Easily twice to 3 times as long to read some of them. But I was gonna read through some of like the Moon Knight stuff with the channel members and stuff too. I was thinking about doing that. But yeah, the immigrants. Yep. See, yeah, pretty sure Carla Cohen just does covers off of reference pics of herself. No, she don't. But Carla Cohen is a beautiful woman as well. But I will tell you, who Carla Cohen actually does plenty off of is this a woman named. She's on Instagram. And what is her name? Sonia Cosplays? I think it's Sonia Cosplays. And you'll see, because, like, I know I seen her post a picture earlier. Oh, dang. I know. God, who was it? Who was it that comes here into the chats? I know there was somebody that comes into the chats that likes Harley Quinn Smith. Can't remember who it was. Somebody enjoying the Harley Quinn Smith right now. Oh man, she posted a few provocateur picture. Anyway, where's it at? Let me find it here. Oh come on, no, she spelled maybe she spells it different. Sonia. Yeah, there we go. This one right here, Sonia Scarpato, Sonia Cosplays, right here. This girl right here. She's the one like Carla Cohen does a lot of the covers for Dynamite off of. Like the I know she's been doing like the Invincible Red Sonja. But yeah, this girl right here definitely cuz that's how I actually found her this girl's cuz I seen Carla Cohen sharing her photos like, "Oh, hey, this is the model we got for it," and some of that stuff. But yeah, let me see. Beautiful woman. Looks perfect for doing a lot of those, and we can because I think if you go to we can go to Carla Cohen's here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in some of them that she actually had. Pretty sure in some of them she actually showed like Girl Sonya cosplays in them. But yeah, I mean there's Carla Cohen. But yeah, I mean she could easily draw herself into as well because she's got she's got a good physique and she's a very beautiful woman as well. So by all means, definitely, yeah. Great, love read-alongs. Yeah, hell yeah. I've actually been thinking about another thing for channel members, along with doing some of those read-alongs and some of that stuff, because I got some other books that I want to. She's no, you know what? Like Evelyn Taft just has a good. It's like she just has a good, nice girl look to her. She looks nice, wholesome. She looks, like she looks like a decent woman. You know what I mean? Like, not a weirdo, not crazy person, not like she just looks. Yeah, she could make you feel warm, right? Anyway, um, where was I going? Where were we at here? Why'd you? Oh, but yeah, I was actually thinking about even live streaming some of my workouts and stuff as well, and doing some of that stuff for channel members as well. I don't know, man. Just different things I've been thinking about for some of those things. Just some of the different things to do for channel members. But we'll probably be doing some of that here soon enough. More Russian bots. But anyway, guys, that's all we've got for tonight. I want to thank you all so much for being here tonight. I want to thank everybody for the very generous super chats as well. My man Lord Veedo sending in a few very generous super chats. Yeah. Also want to thank all of the Myrtle Maniacs, the channel members who help fund all of this, who help me keep from putting ads into my videos. If you see ads anywhere on any videos, let me know. It'd probably be older ones. Probably be older ones before we did the membership thing. Probably be the older ones. But yeah. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. You all have a good day. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Channel members also, probably sometime this weekend, we're going to get started with building that Lego Batmobile with my son, or the Batwing. We're starting with the Batwing first. We're going to live stream some of that. I've actually got videos of us building the Lego R2-D2 and building, what was the other one that we built? The tumbler. I've got videos of all that stuff, and it's a lot of footage to edit that I was gonna do. I'd probably just do a little quick like time video thing. Time lapse of that. But you all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.